afternoon. We're having Revetta come and speak to us today. Renee graduated cum laude from James Madison University in 2009 with a bachelor's in public relations and interactive media. She has worked in guest and public relations for the Pittsburgh Pirates and Euro RSCG Worldwide PR. She is now a social media specialist for SearchMojo, a privately held marketing and advertising firm. At SearchMojo, Renee uses her PR and new media background with an appreciation for the arts and graphic design to manage the SearchMojo blog, search marketing stage, and execute their social media services. Let's welcome Renee Revetta.
Thank you for the introduction, and thank you again, Paul, for inviting me to be a part of this. This is really a great experience. So I'll just start out. I'm Renee Revetta, as she said. My current position is social media specialist at SearchMojo. Sorry. There you go. Social media specialist at SearchMojo, which was actually just kind of a position created for me as the CEO of the company realized that social media was really important. Everybody else at the company pretty much has a business degree and works as account managers or junior account managers working on search engine optimization and pay-per-click advertising. Paul said earlier today you guys talked about that a little bit, so feel free to write down questions about that for later or whatnot. But I am the only person at my company right now that does what I do. And it's great because I'm able to be pulled into a bunch of different activities. I'm pretty much involved in a lot of what the company does, and I really appreciate that. So anyway, I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, so if any of you are familiar with that area, big Steelers fan. And I'll talk about today where I think the industry is going after I talk a little bit more about what I do at SearchMojo. And then I want to hear about you guys too, so we'll get through that as well. I went to James Madison University, loved every minute of it, was very involved and active there. I started off just as a public relations major and then realized that there was something missing, and I kind of wanted to round myself out a little bit better, wanted to add on some more skills, and ended up going into the Media Arts and Design program, which is called SMAD, if any of you are familiar with JMU, if any of your older siblings or anything go there. But it's called SMAD. It's a great program. I did interactive media. So that was a thing that I added on kind of junior year. And learned some graphic design, learned how to code and create websites. And my current position now, thankfully, kind of involves all of those things that I learned, so that's great. But way back, am I skipping? I must have skipped through things. Yeah, sorry. I'm not looking up at the screen. But I'm from Pittsburgh, PA. I went to Franklin Regional High School. And these little notes on the side, really, as you're still in high school, really do what you love. And use high school to, you know, expand your knowledge before you jump into the real world and college and whatnot. But there I was always really interested in communication and English, was an English class kind of girl, took AP English and whatnot. I was really involved in the newspaper there and the yearbook, and you wouldn't believe how much experience that gave me for college. Some of my friends had never used any of the Adobe design products before or whatnot, and I had spent hours upon hours in those programs in high school. So I don't know if any of you are involved in those kind of things, but they were great experiences for me, so I'd recommend that because they really did help prepare me for the future. And take time to do other extracurricular activities if you can, like the National Honor Society or things like that. Try to take a chance to be a leader in one of those groups because it really is a good experience. So then as high school was coming to a close, I did a very intense college search. and I'm an only child and from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that ended up down here in Virginia and love it. I probably would have never originally thought I would have gone that far away from home or anything, but just make sure you're really, looking at all of your options and exploring. It's very overwhelming and frightening at times, but don't be afraid by it. Great experience. New experiences are really good for you. So seek all the options out there. I specifically wanted to look for a liberal arts environment where I could learn a bunch of different things and where they had different design, communication, public relation type degrees, because as I was entering college I wasn't specifically sure exactly what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to involve those things, so if you know you're interested in an area, obviously don't go to a college where there's just one single major in that topic. You might want to add on a minor or a double major or a triple major. You never know. So that's just my piece of advice there. So next, JMU. I was in a national honor fraternity, Phi Sigma Pi, where they gave me some great opportunities as PR chair to run an entire public relations campaign. So although right now you might not think that the experiences that you're having in high school are really going to help you in the future, like I said, mine did. Mine helped me do that again in college, and honestly I'm still using some of those skills in the real world. So don't discount any opportunity that you have to be a leader or to manage a campaign of any sort, that kind of thing. But I was also webmaster for the Student Do Club, which was our athletics booster organization. I'm also a big JMU Dukes fan. I was marketing coordinator for our dance club. So again, although it might sound silly or whatever, why do you really need a marketing coordinator for a dance group? You do, to publicize the shows, to put up the flyers, to design the flyers, and designing was always my favorite thing. So if I had a chance to do anything with design, like I said, don't shirk off any possibility, just go for it. Then in between my junior and senior year, I was a PR intern at Euro PR in Pittsburgh. And I was able to see how kind of old school PR does it. Now I'm in the more new school with social media and whatnot, but I was able to see the day-to-day workings of a public relations agency and put my degree into work. They allowed me to write press releases for Bayer, and so I did get a lot of good experiences there. And as I said, I graduated with public relations and interactive media, which really the blend of them is what helped me get my job. At the end of my college career, there was a college fair specifically for my major, SMAD, Media Arts and